Of Shoot the Shit Sunday. Really excited to bring this segment to you, and I wanted to just keep it really raw and really honest, rather than creating anything too fancy and promotional. So happy Father's Day to all those dads out there that have that have celebrated today. I've had a great morning. I flew up from Brisbane back home, and we've been out to the markets, to coffee. Now little Collie's having a nap, which is gives me an opportunity to shoot the shit with you guys. So this has been a huge week for me this week. Like I said, I just went down to Brisbane and attended another Strong First course, kettlebell course, with Sean Cairns, who is our master kettlebell instructor for Australia, which was fantastic. I had the opportunity to do a one-on-one session with Sean Friday evening to basically get me prepared for the SFG2 coming up in November. So we spent a bit of time working on the windmill and the bent press, and also just my mobility through my thoracic spine and hips. Really need to get that spot on, so therefore when we do come to the windmill and the bent press, makes it much easier for me to get into those positions. So that was a whirlwind trip down there. Had the opportunity to test out some new software for me, which is Joel Jamison's from 8weeksout.com, his Morpheus, which is a recovery-based system. Heart rate monitor, recovery, looking at my sleep patterns, looking at my workouts, so that's really exciting to be able to test that out and bring that to the public as well. So that sort of leads me into the main topic for today is how are you training, or what is your purpose for training? I understand that a lot of people just go to the gym and just work out. Yes, we may have some goals, but we want to make sure that when we're achieving these goals or working towards these goals, that we have some strict guidelines in place. Because what I'm finding with people coming to me at the moment is that they're so used to going balls to the wall every session, flat out, which in turn is leading to injuries, exhaustion, a number of other things that are coming their way, burnout, if you like. So I really want for you guys to have a think about it, and we'll have a quick chat about it now, about what is your what are your goals and how are you going about achieving those goals, and how are you monitoring your number one, recovery, but how are you also monitoring your intensity, your load, your volume of your workouts. So this week in particular, since I've had this had Morpheus, really monitoring my workouts via my heart rate, knowing what my anaerobic baseline is, and also my anaerobic thresholds as well. So really important to have a little bit of an understanding of energy systems and what what you're using in a particular session. Because just to touch on it briefly, that going balls to the wall, flat stick, may get you some short-term results. There's no doubt about that. However, we want to make sure that we manage our training, manage our recovery, which is not just not training. We want to have a look at stress. We want to have a look at our water intake, our sleep. There's a whole different set of criteria when it comes to recovery. Recovery is just not a day off. Yeah, I've just had a day off, I'm all good to go. So we need to have a look at a whole big holistic picture of recovery. That's a whole nother 10 hour conversation on its own, you know. So basically, guys, I'll keep it short today because I tend to go off on a side tangent. I get passionate and I start rambling a little bit, which I don't want to do. So basically, let's summarize it quickly, because I did say Shoot the Shit was going to be 3 to 5 minutes long, and we're heading towards 5.5 minutes now. I really want to think about, number one, your goals, your training goals. Number two, how are you managing your training? How are you managing your recovery? They're 3 really, really important things that I want you to have a think about. And you got any questions, flick them my way. Happy to answer them, give you a bit of an understanding of how they work and how they can be incorporated into a training program. But yeah, there's really 3 things I want you guys to take away from today. All right, thanks for shooting the shit with me, and hopefully I'll see you next Sunday.